All right, San Martin. Good morning. I believe we are live.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing out there? It's me, San Martin, sitting with Eric and Annie. Good morning, guys. How was your weekend?
We were just talking about that. For us, it was wet. Like it was awesome.
It's always a good freaking time when it starts raining up here in Prescott. Everybody has like this one little like thought process of how and when the monsoons come in. And it's always in July. But before that, Eric, what day is it?
Oh, you caught me off guard. That's a good thing. I was doing everything else. Today is no, this is sad. Okay. It's National Pluto Demoted Day. Oh, oh, it's awful, right?
Pluto demoted.
Yeah, where they said Pluto was no longer a planet. I'm confused because it wasn't a planet. It was a planet when I was a kid. Then it wasn't a planet. And I think it might be a planet again. I can't keep up.
They brought it back.
So the day is just wrong.
That's not good. So we're gonna have to like actually figure out how we could change this, Eric. We're gonna have to call somebody. You know some people. We all know somebody that knows
All
some.
right. Well, day part two of the day is National Waffle Day, and I can get behind that.
Let's do it. I'm on a big waffle kick. I haven't ate waffles in a long time, but if I do, oh no, just a recent thing that I like is a pancake, banana pancakes over at the local. Those are bomb. I don't know if you guys ever had that, but
I think I had it there.
yeah, the freaking popcorn is in the dough. It's like inside of that. Oh, it's amazing. The blueberries and banana ones are amazing.
You know, it's funny. So it's what I had yesterday was pumpkin waffles, and it's almost that time of year, and yeah, they are amazing. Just saying, if you haven't had them before, you take the pumpkin pancakes batter and you put it in a waffle maker. It is amazing.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I've never been. I guess I have been a fan of pumpkin, but when you actually look at the pumpkin and the seeds and all of it, you're like, how does that turn to be good food? I really don't know.
I don't know, but it's yummy. I think they just put enough sugar in it, and then it makes it good.
That's all you need. So, guys, I'm only going to be here for a short while. I have to attend a funeral this morning, unfortunately, but I'm going to leave you guys up and running and making the world great today. Today is a motivational day for me, and I'm going to go ahead and start that, and then I'm going to go ahead and make you guys become like the day stars, and also talk about some of the cool things that are happening. And don't forget the White Spot Market that's happening tonight. It will still go down, weather permitted. Obviously, last week we got rained out an hour prior to closing, but it was beautiful. We need the rain, so we're not complaining. Even all the people out there, all their stuff was getting wet. They're like, whatever, we need the rain. So it's kind of cool to see everybody understanding. But as far as motivational, the motivation today is like, obviously, when you guys wake up in the morning, what is it that you guys are inspired to do? Are you inspired to go get up and do something? Are you inspired to make things happen? Well, I am inspired because obviously when you have a death in the family, there's a lot of things that start occurring in your mindset. You start thinking about that. Like, what is my life all about? What am I going to do? And how am I going to be able to, do things that are going to change people's lives, minds, hearts, souls, or whatever. So with that being said, I would like to go ahead and honor my uncle. One of the cool things that my uncle was about with he had six children, and in all six children, they all said one thing, that he was a family man and he actually worked very hard. And with that being said, that's kind of like the mindset that a lot of us have to have as far as us being able to wake up and do things, even during the times that we're actually facing right now with COVID, the elections. I mean, there's so much stuff hitting us right now, guys. It's really hard to be motivated, but you can be motivated within your own means. Take care of your family, take care of what's around you, and also take care of the people that are taking care of you. That's the biggest thing for my motivation today. And with that being said, I'm out. I really got to go, my friends. I actually have to do the eulogy today. I feel very honored to be used for this, but it's not going to be easy. My cousin Tommy was like, Man, I couldn't think of anybody better to do it besides you. And I was like, well, you could do it. He's like, oh no, man, I'll break down. And I'm like, man, I ain't gonna do any better. But I'll try to make them proud of the things that I say. And I hope to make my uncle proud. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much in helping out this morning on the morning show. Thank you everybody for joining in, and thank you guys for being a part of this beast mode junk removal. Thank you for the clean suit, man. I like that. So thank you guys. I appreciate you, but I'm out.
All righty, sir. Thank you. And you're going to do awesome and do your thing.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, Annie. So this is different, right?
Right.
All right. Well, we got all kinds of stuff besides the, the exciting waffle day, which trust me, I'm really excited about. So let's start by what everybody has been talking about this weekend, right? Which is the weather. And it was awesome up in Prescott. I mean, we got a lot of rain, I think almost 2 to 3 inches. But we were just talking about it before the show, and you got almost nothing, but some crazy stuff happened, right?
It did. I went live because I was like, yay, rain. And then the next day, the west side of Chino Valley was just destroyed. It was just completely out. Buildings were gone, fences down, roofs damaged, cars damaged. It was just crazy. I just hope and pray those people have homeowners insurance that'll cover it. Hail damage. And I'm like, okay, we're getting sprinkles over here. And people are saying, it's a microburst and whatnot. And it was pretty nasty storm. So I think Motivational Monday is cleanup day for a lot of people on the west side of Chino Valley, unfortunately.
That's certainly some big motivation. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Well, he normally posts and shows us our forecast for the week on Mondays. And I think he actually posted it on the Prescott Times. And today, I think they're going to have a chance to clean up. It's going to be sunny. There's a good chance today is the last day of 90 for the year. Let's hope. It's a chance. I'm looking at the 12 day that he posted, and today is the only day above 90 all the way out. And let's just hope it gets cooler from here. So today it'll be sunny, 90, still not bad. But then the monsoons come back tomorrow again.
Very nice. I can get behind under 90 degrees. I like cool weather. So, and I like all the rain. The whole region needs it. So if I miss it or I only catch it one day of the season, that'll be enough for me.
Yeah, no, we were joking when it was getting warmer. It went from 78 to 90. There was no beautiful weather this spring. So hopefully we get the payback, the fall. I love the fall.
I do as well. And you guys were talking about pumpkins. The only way I like pumpkins is in a pumpkin cream cheese muffin. That's about it.
Really?
I'm not a pumpkin spice.
You're not a spice Starbucks person? No?
Nope. I have friends that do, and they're anxiously waiting. They're getting the updates on when it's going to come back. So
yeah, I don't know. I just can't drop $5 on a cup of coffee.
No. Yeah. And I'd rather support local. We have a couple local coffee shops, so
it's good. Well, it's good. Okay, so it's Monday, and a lot happened this weekend, and a lot's going on. So I figure we dig right in and cover some of this stuff. One big thing is Prescott Valley announced that they found a tenant for the stadium there, and it looks like it's going to be an indoor football league. So have you heard any news on besides that that's what we're going to get? It's kind of like a semi-pro indoor football league.
I haven't heard a word. I just saw the news on Facebook, and I was like, okay, American football, not soccer.
Not soccer. Yeah. No, I know you were hoping for soccer. I was hoping for hockey. But I think, we've had it all at this point. So, the Suns bailed, the Northern Arizona Suns, and now we've got an American football. And because it's smaller in size, it's got to be a condensed version because it's not a full field. So, like an arena football. Do you remember the arena football days?
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So I think it's more that style. So I guess more is to come and to follow, and team names and things like that. But still exciting to have something again.
That's great. That's great for Prescott Valley. I saw another post from the mayor of Prescott Valley about the building of the sports complex they're working on. So that's exciting as well.
That's a big deal too. I don't know if you saw the details of it. They're going to have a huge RV resort out there. They're going to have pools and swimming stuff. They're going to have, all kinds of different courts. That's going to be a place to go see.
Agreed. We've traveled to Prescott Valley Sports Complex before, not this sports complex, but for soccer tournaments and whatnot. And it's just, I believe it's going to be huge. It's going to be good for the region, for tourism. We would like to do something out here in Chino Valley like that, but I think Prescott Valley beat us to the punch. But we'll be evolving into that part of recreation as well. Just maybe
Cool.
on a small.
Yeah, no, cool. That's an expensive place, that's for sure. To maintain and do, and yeah, it's cool. I don't know what the naming rights are right now. I think it's still, it's after the car dealership, right?
I don't know. I wish I did. I don't know.
I think so. Anyway, more news. We got all kinds of stuff that we got to get through today, and so I'm going to roll right over. So the city of Prescott, I'm going to share my screen. The city of Prescott announced yesterday or the day before that all of the metrics have been met for reopening. And so you can see that here on the screen. Everybody's been asking us, well, what are the metrics? Where are we at? And so that's it. And so that's why bars are open. That's why gyms are open. And I think this is all countywide, right? Does it sound right?
Yes.
So as long as their city okays it. So is Chino Valley opening stuff up? I know Prescott is opening up their city town hall, so you can go in again, and they've got precautions, but it's wide open again as of today.
I haven't gotten that memo yet. I know businesses here are opening up more and more. Patrons are coming in more and more. Our businesses here need employees. So if you're in need of a job, they are out there in Chino Valley. Just look for them. And the Dry Gulch also is looking for employees. Just shout out for that.
So you guys got big news. Are we allowed to talk about it yet?
Yes, we are allowed to talk about it.
Okay. Go ahead and talk about it, and I'll pull up the link you sent me.
Thank you. So a company called Thermalvac is moving to Chino Valley. It's going to be their third location. Their first is based out of Southern California. It's going to be at 2575 State Route 89. And this was the company I was talking about last week that is going to provide up to 80 jobs. And I don't know if you can see it very well. Let's see. They're excited to be here. Basically, what they do, it's pretty neat. What they do is metal coating for aerospace. So airplanes, helicopters, even NASA, that's what they do. So it's a great industry manufacturing job to come to Chino Valley. And I'm very grateful they chose us. And 80 jobs, no one can complain about that. That's for sure.
That's a lot. And so do you know why they chose Prescott or Chino Valley?
Because we're awesome.
That's awesome. It's good enough for me.
It was just a great location for them. So it's a great location for us. And we're excited to have them here for sure.
That is awesome. I mean, that is 80 jobs is a lot. I mean, even for the whole area.
It is huge. And Prescott Valley's Prescott's kind of inching forward. I don't know if you saw, the Banner Hospital's looking for a PAD overlay. That whole air park region is just kind of moving towards Chino a little bit. So that might have had something to do with why they chose Chino Valley. It's just huge for the area. Everything's kind of booming right now. So I can't complain. I surely can't complain about that.
Well, and so, I don't know how much how involved I am for the Center of the Future. I've been helping them out, which is going to be down by the airport, which is a technology resource, and that's exactly it. And so it's central, right? So it can bring in people from Chino Valley, it can bring in people from Prescott Valley, it can bring in people from Prescott. But the idea is to bring high-paying technology jobs to that region. We've got a whole chart on it about how I think it's a quarter of all workers in Yavapai County are at the poverty line. And so if you have a job, it's like a quarter of them are at the poverty line. And so the idea is, it's crazy out there, because the idea is everybody who goes to school here, whether they go to school in Chino Valley, Prescott Valley, Prescott, and they go to college, they don't come back. There's no future for them here. And so they call it the brain drain. And the idea is to get them to stay.
There's no future yet.
And so that's That's it. And so actually, we talk about what's positive, about COVID stuff. And sometimes there is positive things is it's letting these people work remote in high tech jobs. So like San Francisco has a massive exit right now because these people can work from anywhere and we want them to work here. Right. I mean, the climate and, all this other good stuff. So the idea is, I mean, I know you guys have kids. I have kids. We want them to be able, if they choose to be able to stay here and have a decent paying job here.
Absolutely. I know my son's plan. My daughter's in Texas, and my son's plan is he's been working as an electrician apprentice. His plan is to move down to the valley once he's done with his apprenticeship. So not too far away, but still leaving the area, which is makes mom sad. But
I it's crazy because I know people that are doing electrician. There's a lot of electrician work up here. I think more than in Phoenix.
they just pay better in Phoenix, I think.
They do. Interesting. Well, very cool. Well, okay, so we got a bunch of other stuff here. I know San Martin wanted us to make sure we mentioned the market tonight. So the White Spar market is going on tonight, and the vendors just keep growing and growing, and there are all sorts of stuff out there. So, do you know what time that is off the top of your head? I think they set it for 5 now.
I think it is 5. I think it is 5. It's Motivational Monday, but my motivation is still in a coffee cup. So you have to bear with me a little bit.
Yep, that's why you bring it. Yep, you got to bring your coffee cup and your caffeine to the Prescott Times morning show. Otherwise, you can't keep up with San Martin.
I'm just trying to be hydrated. Okay.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, and so on that, talking about the White Spar market, so get out because if you don't go out and support them, they're not going to do it anymore, right? And so if you've had that, hey, I'll go next week, go this week, go today,
Right.
It's going to be tonight. And I'm hoping there's some food out there again, and so we can do No Cook Monday because my wife loves No Cook Monday.
The farmers market at Olson's Grain last week was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And the Samoas, right?
Yep, so I think so. Yeah.
They were out there, and I could eat that for dinner every day. It was so good. So I hope they're out there again tonight.
Well, and the markets are popping up everywhere. So the people that do the Saturday markets are now doing weekday markets, and there's obviously a need, right? And so I don't have all the dates, but there's now like a Tuesday market, there's now a Wednesday market, and it's all in the afternoon, so you can go grab some good stuff. I'm sure San Martin will post all of the dates and the times, but they're all doing weekday markets now.
That's fantastic. That I just want to plug in here. Here in Chino, we have at the corner of 2 North and the 89 on the south side. It's called Going Local Appliance and Thrift, and I've never actually been in the store until a couple weeks ago. But they have a community garden, and they have you go on that from the outside. It's yellow sign, and they have plants and flowers and whatnot you can plant. But behind that, they just harvested green beans, cabbage, tomatoes, green and yellows, zucchini, squash, peppers. I could go on. And now they have bread and chicken. And it's all at a very, very reduced price. And it all goes to a nonprofit. So shout out to.
Do you just go in?
Yeah.
Do you get to go out in the back and pick it?
No, actually, they have community days where you can go and help harvest. But that was done this past weekend. And now they have a ton of food.
So you mentioned the Chino Valley Market, and I need to get over there. What is the date and time so everybody knows?
You're killing me with these facts.
Got to know when to get there.
The Thursday market at Olson's Grain, I believe, is only once a month.
Oh, it's only once a month. Oh, they need to do that weekly right now.
I agree.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's once a month.
Okay. And then we've been talking about the farm out there. I actually went to Honeyman's. I sent you guys pictures. I went on Friday.
Well, how was the milk?
It was different. It was good, different, but like the top layer is like a cream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never had the raw milk before. It was definitely different. It tastes like milk, obviously, maybe a little sweeter. But yeah, I was shocked at how much cream was in there because I was like, they had a sign that says cream and milk, and they're like, well, there's like a quarter of it's cream, so you can get both in the same jug.
Well, there you go. You can scoop it off, make some butter, maybe.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but it was cool. So it was definitely there. We got that. They got a bunch of different local farms. We got chorizo from one of the other farms, and there was a couple other meats that they had there, all local too.
that's fantastic. Honeyman, check them out.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was pretty happy. So I did finally make it.
That's awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm just crossing things off my list that I've already covered.
No, it's good. So concert was this weekend for the Cheek Tones
How did
down.
that go?
It was packed. It was one of those things where I've got a spot where I normally sit and couldn't even get near it. There was that many people there, and so everybody's fairly being safe. I mean, lots of people doing their own thing, staying apart from each other. Some people wore masks, some didn't, but everybody was happy. I mean, that's really what it came down to. Is everybody was having a good time. They put on a good concert. They almost got rained out, but they're like, oh, we're sticking around. And sure enough, they started like a half an hour late and they played an extra half an hour. And it was a great concert. And the weather was beautiful. I mean, it was, I think, 65 the whole time.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see. Did any of the top fans find you? That's the question I want to know.
No, and I don't think they found San Martin either because
Oh,
it was too dark.
okay. We'll get you guys glow sticks. You wear them around
Yes.
your neck.
We'll have to wear the glow sticks around our neck or a bell.
Oh gosh.
I want to get him a bell anyway. So that way I can keep track of him when we're out doing events.
A walkie-talkie works.
That walkie talkie could work too.
Yeah, for sure. I have one more thing. It's just a shout out, a local volunteer. And he volunteers as trail maintenance for the Peavine Trail. And he is out there all the time. As one guy, doesn't matter if it's rain or shine, 100 degrees, he's picking up trash, he's raking the gravel, picking up dog leftovers that are left on there. And I just want to give him a shout out. His name's Richard Coleman, and I stopped and I talked with him, and he's just a great guy, and he genuinely cares about the environment and the Peavine Trail specifically, and our community uses it a lot, especially since COVID. People have been out more riding their bikes and walking, and I just think it's great that there's someone dedicating, like San Martin said, to make, doing something to make the world a better place. So shout out to him because it's much appreciated.
Okay, you opened the can of worms though. Now you have to explain to everybody what the Peavine Trail is.
Oh goodness. It's a long story, but it used to be a railroad bed.
Okay,
And
so it's got a nice grade to it then, huh?
so anyway, it breaks up little parts, but it goes from Chino Valley all the way into Prescott. I'm not sure about the part that was washed out last year in the rains, if that's been repaired fully or not, but people are taking it, north to south, south to north and whatnot. And it's just a great place. There's a parking lot out here in Chino that people can park and walk their dogs on leash. And it's just a good time. It's a good time. And it's gravel based, the walk itself. So you're not going to be running through, mud and whatnot. So
Okay,
people,
but I had to. You open that can of worms, so I've got to open it up to share it now because
okay.
I've actually never been on it, and so I'm pulling it up here on the screen. It looks like it's a long trail, and it goes right behind Watson Lake.
It's huge. It is absolutely huge. And I'll tell you a fun fact about my family. My husband, when it was a railroad bed, used to put pennies on it and watch the trains flick them off to see if they got.
That's cool. Okay, you're gonna tell us what time when it no longer became one?
No.
No, that's gonna date somebody, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, that's fair enough. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. But it looks like it's a long run. Can you walk it, or is it a bicycle thing?
Walk, bicycle. A lot of people walk it. A lot of
I'm just
people.
trying to gauge how long it is. It looks like it could be a couple miles.
Yeah, and horses. People ride horseback. I mean, it's really multi-use. No motorized vehicles.
Okay.
That's one big thing. Is no motorized vehicles. And I don't know. I'm trying to see your screen. There is a part that was washed out last year, and I'm hoping it's been repaired, but I haven't followed up on it. But yeah, it's huge. Is there any way you can make that a little bigger?
I may be able to do this. let's see here. Zoom in. That was not what I wanted.
We zoomed out a little bit. While you're working on that, I saw a meme this morning and it just was funny because, it's one thing after another. And apparently, November 2nd, a meteor is supposed to come like this close to Earth, but the chances are like
it's
0.5.
less than 1%.
Yeah, right. So I saw one and it says if 2020 was a piñata, it would be a wasp nest.
There you go. All right, can you see my screen now? Is it bigger?
Yeah, it is bigger. So that's huge. That all the way behind Watson Lake Park.
Yeah.
I only a tiny piece of it where I'm at, but yeah, it's huge. It's great.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's part of where they were negotiating for the Save the Dell stuff too, right?
Yes, it does go behind Watson Lake with the Save the Dells. I'm pointing at the screen. I'm sure you guys can't see me or not, but
that's cool. It's a cool space. So I think people should go out and do it. And there's been a lot of rescues in, people going out without water. That's definitely doesn't look like there's access to any water back there. So if you do it, bring lots of water. Don't get rescued. Don't be on TV. Don't be on the Prescott Times.
Please. And there is, with a lot of rain, I got to throw in that also. We have the stupid human law in Arizona. Don't cross washes. It doesn't matter what kind of vehicle you have. If it's a wash, you can't tell how deep it is. Be careful. Don't get stuck and need rescued or danger your family.
Well, and for those that are new to the area, that's been around for years and years and years. And basically is if you do something stupid, you got to pay for the rescue, and it's not cheap.
No. And I think I just aged myself by saying that.
Yeah, I had a family member have a problem on Humphreys Peak, and they had to bring in a helicopter, and they had to pay for it.
Well, and the rescue isn't cheap at all by any means.
No, it's not.
Or enthusiasts need to take those precautions, and please don't cross flooded washes.
And I was sharing it out with San Martin yesterday. It was actually crazy. The alerts that went out yesterday for yesterday's storm, because there was so much water, it didn't say stay away from washes. It said flash flood, just stay home. Wow. And they're going back and forth yesterday. I'm like, do they really mean just stay home? And it said stay home unless you're evacuating.
Wow.
So like yesterday, so much rain, stay away from anything that floods.
I guess I'm storm repellent.
It could be. So when I need an event, I'm going to invite you.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. Well, if you need an event okay, by all means.
As long as we don't need rain, then we'll be good.
Okay, fair enough.
No, it's a bummer. There's still a bunch of events canceled. So I got word a few days ago that the car show, the Corvette show that's normally downtown in September, they've canceled that. That's done. Just COVID situation. I just don't feel like they felt like doing it. A couple other notes. Picture show reopened on Friday, so the movie theater in Prescott. So don't know how that's going. I don't even know that there's any movies like in the theaters right now, but I'm sure they've got something going on. Yeah, what's in the theater right now? I mean, Top Gun was supposed to be in the theater, but I think they scrapped that for a while.
Maybe they're just doing replays. I don't know. I saw it was down in the valley. I saw an outdoor movie theater people had set up, so that was pretty.
That would be cool. I would love that just because it's nostalgic.
I would like to see an old-fashioned drive-in movie theater. You don't have to set up the stands anymore. People can Bluetooth in the sound. Everyone that can fit in the car, just like older people used to do.
Well, it's funny because remember when they were doing the restoration up on the mountain here for the theater sign? I was so excited back then. I thought they were going to put it back in, but they just put up the sign.
And then nothing happened.
But that would be cool because that was like a 1960s, maybe early 70s movie theater, and it overlooks the town. That would have been such a cool thing to do.
It was a staple for that area. I was excited too, and then it just stopped. And that happens with a lot of projects. Funding falls through, and they just kind of stop for whatever reason. So maybe someone can bring that back. That would be great.
That's what we need right now. Exactly. I know. And so more events. Prescott Valley is doing more concert series from your car. So they're setting up a big screen and they're live streaming concerts from around the country since obviously nobody's
Oh,
traveling right now. And so I think they've got a couple more of them going. And then rumor has it that Prescott Downtown Partnership may be doing some more concerts after their concert series ends, because I think it ends this week or next week.
oh, good, good. I really think that people just need that outdoor air, the interaction, seeing another human being smile and waving, seeing dogs, keep their social distance, but just
Yes.
feel alive again and not locked down in their houses or just go to work if they're essential employees and come home. People need to see each other and interact as human beings. So,
Yep.
all these ways that people are thinking outside the box, businesses are thinking outside the box, two thumbs up because
That's,
I think we
yes.
need.
Well, I think you've been seeing us encourage that the whole time, right? It's re-innovate, figure out your businesses. I mean, I really am disappointed in the businesses that are just not doing anything and complaining when there's a new opportunity with every door that closes. And so, you just got to go out and find it. The city's not going to here to help you. The government's not here to help you. Go out and find it yourself.
Yeah, for sure. We have a couple businesses here in Chino that have done that. Um, Danny B's and Surgeon Brewery. Jed's is doing, they're still doing delivery or front door pickup. I mean, most of the businesses here in Chino have adapted.
That's
So
awesome.
that's good to hear. Yeah, absolutely. And I haven't heard of many that have closed their doors. So,
That's good.
community support's huge and I think we're rocking it.
That's awesome. Well, good. Well,
Mm.
hey, real quick, last thing. Somebody commented there are 2 new movies in the theater, and then they're playing old movies.
What are the two movies? Do we know?
They didn't tell me. No, it just says 2 new movies. So, but can you believe it? It is that time already.
Wow, that was quick. That
I
was
know.
quick. San Martin's family, my condolences, and hopefully it's a celebration of life. It seems like his Dio lived a long, long life and helped a lot of people. So, yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Our thoughts are with them, and also condolences. But it seems like that they're going to have a huge and great family event. That
mm,
is exactly what he may have wanted. So I'm sure he's doing San Martin's doing the eulogy. I'm sure he's doing a
yeah.
great job.
That might be why I'm so off kilter this morning is because I've had the past 4 days of large family events. So a family dinner is like 20 people on average. So I'm tired.
That would do it. That would do it. Anything that we missed, you think, during this whole thing?
Probably.
Probably. Yeah, same here. I've
Probably.
got a list, but there's always so much going on, but there's always tomorrow.
There is the sun will come up tomorrow and San Martin will be back and I will have coffee and we'll be back on track. I thank you for everyone that joined us this morning.
Yeah, thank you. And so it's on you to take us out.
Okay, well, I will do it with honor. Peace, love, and happiness. Let there not